Hello and welcome to the trade setup. In this video we are looking at Bitcoin. It is time for another update, and today we will be discussing the relevant areas of support that must hold from an Elliott wave perspective to allow further extensions to the upside within this pattern. But before we get there, I would like to go quickly through the larger time frame for any of you who might be new. And I also wanted to mention that this was an analysis request from one of the followers, and anyone can do these requests and I will most likely cover them, especially if there is an actionable trade setup to follow. Now on this chart we are tracking basically a series of 1-2 setups that have formed over the years, where now we are looking at an additional 1-2 setup to be forming within this area. Other interpretations are possible. I have actually a couple that could allow an impulse to still be forming, but really it would also imply that these are just 1-2 setups instead of forming a larger wave 1, which, yeah, honestly not my preferred interpretation. I would prefer tracking this as a larger 5-wave move within a wave 1 to be forming within this area. And mainly that is due to the fact that we don't really have, on the large time frame perspective, a structure that would fulfill the ideal extensions within the wave 3. So within an impulse it doesn't really work to have a full pattern, or a pattern approaching a full count. Maybe within a diagonal structure, yeah, we could consider something like that, but that is not my ideal interpretation, at least not for now. Now in this area we are still focusing on this larger fifth wave to the upside, where we could still extend even higher. So far we have retraced here in the wave 4 correction to the deepest area, the deepest level of support we could have allowed. We only broke below it briefly, but yeah, recovered. And then we have started the next 5-wave move to the upside, within which we are tracking an impulse at the moment, where we have a wave 1 up, a wave 2 down, a third wave up, fourth wave down, and then a fifth wave to the upside. I do want to say within this wave 5 we are tracking a diagonal pattern, an ending diagonal, and there is a very good and realistic chance that it may be done. Yeah, we don't need any additional movements to the upside to consider this pattern, or the pattern on this chart, complete. I do have scenarios that could allow further extensions, where even within this wave 5 we don't even need to necessarily consider it fully complete, where I could actually argue that this is a 1, 2, 3, and then we get here a fourth and a fifth wave to the upside to extend even further. Now this scenario really only remains valid as long as we hold here above the 61.8% retracement at the $73.6k level. And we even have some significant area of support from the structural movement that has occurred here near the $74.5k level, where, yeah, we may be seeing a bottom formation in this area. Now if we are to actually fall below the 61.8% retracement here, well, I would probably need to consider this movement complete, which, as I just mentioned, it is possible. Yeah, this is basically an alternative count that would allow an extension higher. And I do even have another count that would allow an even further extension, where I could basically consider this a 1, 2, 3, where the entire wave 5 would need to be a diagonal pattern. But I have to say, it might be just as good as tracking the larger wave 1 complete, or yeah, this being a wave 1 and looking here for a wave 2 correction. But we should be prepared for a quite deep retracement, where honestly I don't really even have areas of support beginning above the $85.8k level, and it extends to the 61.8% retracement, where the correction, even in this 1, 2, 3 and in this wave 4, could go to the 46k level and still push higher afterwards. Now I don't necessarily prefer this interpretation. This wave 1 does look a lot better as a 5-wave move to the upside. Yeah, we have a 1, 2, 3, fourth, and a fifth that could work out much better within this area, and it is heavily preferred that we actually find a more significant top within this movement if we fail to hold here the 61.8% retracement internally. So this is the area we will be focusing on here on this chart. Now within this movement to the downside, within this correction, I am looking for a 3-wave structure, basically an ABC pattern to be unfolding to the downside. As I mentioned, even in the MicroStrategy video, the MicroStrategy video analysis, we were having a 5-wave move to the downside complete on the Bitcoin chart, which was suggesting that we should be looking for a correction and an additional extension with a 5-wave move to the downside. And fairly enough, this is exactly what happened, and it is to a degree of a much deeper retracement than I necessarily expected within this pattern. Yeah, we had this 5-wave move down. We didn't need to retrace this deeply. We would have looked at an ideal target for the wave C to the downside, the 100% extension of the wave A, which is the 95.7k dollar level. Now, the fact that we extended this dip is not a good sign, but it is also not the biggest problem or the end of the world. I am also tracking in this pattern to the downside anyway, an ending diagonal within the wave C, which is also suggesting that this is not really going to play out as a third wave to the downside. Yeah, we had a 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 in the wave A, and we do get a 5-wave move here to the downside. We are looking for a 5-wave move to the downside to occur within the wave C, but not as a wave 3. Now, before we get here into the very short time frame, I also wanted to point out a strategy that did or does seem to be quite lucrative, where I have seen an analyst point out that on the daily time frame in this cycle, every time that Bitcoin got sold, oversold here on the RSI, it was in an area where it formed a more significant bottom. So here we can check, we got oversold here on the RSI, we had a quite major movement to the upside, we got oversold once again, another increase to new highs, we got oversold again in this area, another increase to new highs, and then in this area, well, we can actually see we got the lowest point below forming the latest low, which is not uncommon. Yeah, we always talk about divergences here on this channel, but soon enough after forming that low, we formed a lower low on the chart and we went ahead to new all-time highs even, and once again at these levels we formed a lower low, yeah, another oversold level on the RSI, and once again we formed an additional low afterwards on the chart, but then we headed into new all-time highs once again. And at this point we are basically in the oversold territory once again, as deep as we were before we have started the actual wave 3 within this area. Yeah, we are slightly lower at these levels, but this is when we got the strongest movement to the upside, and we are heading towards the same levels. And this is not to say that it is a guarantee that this will work out, because the way that market signals work is that they work and they work until they just don't, and that's when you should stop using them. But it hasn't failed so far within this cycle, and it is a very interesting area to consider in this case, in this interpretation. Now, as I was saying, I do actually still prefer to form a 5-wave move to the downside in this area, and I would still expect to form further movements lower, and that would still play in line with that expectation, because even though we formed here this low on the RSI, we may form a higher low while we form a lower low on the chart, which will create the divergence that we are looking for, and it will signify that we have indeed formed a bottom within this correction. But yeah, it is not a confirmation, it is a signal that you can use for accumulation and entries. Now, to get here into the shorter time frame and into the count, I would like to point out the structure that I'm tracking. So here I am looking, as I was mentioning, at an ABC movement to the downside, where in the wave C, I need to see a 5-wave structure play out. It is possible for me to be tracking, or yeah, if I am tracking this as a WXY pattern, it is possible for me to consider this entire pattern to the downside complete, but it is not my preferred interpretation, especially since this is much rather likely a 5-wave move to the downside, which forces it to be a wave A instead of a wave W. And in that case, we need to be looking for a wave C unfolding in this area, which suggests to us that it is highly likely that we should be prepared for further extensions lower. Now, in that case, we are looking for the bottom of the wave 3. At this point, I do have to say it is possible to have formed the bottom within the wave 3, but I do have to see a break above the resistance levels here, because in the wave 3 that I am tracking, I'm tracking it as an ABC structure, in which wave C, I actually only have 3 waves down, so I would actually prefer another low within this area to have a full count within the wave 3, yeah, within the wave C of the wave 3. And in that case, I would need to be watching out for resistance here at the levels between the 83.4k all the way up to the 88.1k level. So far, we have pushed into the 38.2% retracement, where we have gotten quite significant resistance, and this is, by the way, the ideal target for wave 4, so I would already be watching out for further extensions lower if we don't end up eventually extending anyway higher within this wave 4. We do or we are able to consider this wave 4 correction fully complete and we don't need any additional highs before we head into lower prices. Now, with that said, if we break above the 61.8% retracement here, it would be a sign that we would probably need to consider this, the A wave bottom instead, here a wave B top, and then this could be the C wave down. I am tracking normally an ending diagonal in the idea of a 5-wave move to the downside in this area, but it is perfectly valid in my opinion to also track this as a 5-wave move itself, yeah? It is perfectly fine. We don't need to do that much micro counting. We need to be flexible in the microstructure and focus on the larger time frame. Now, as I was saying, in the short time frame, this is my preferred interpretation. Now, if we break, as I was mentioning, above the 61.8% retracement, well, we have to consider that the wave 3 has bottomed instead, and we need to be looking out for the larger correction in the wave 4. Well, in that case, I am still tracking an ending diagonal even on the larger time frame within the wave C, and I am looking for the resistance levels here between the 86.3K level all the way up to the 96.3K level at the 61.8% retracement, where if we manage to break above that, well, I would be much more inclined to actually believe that we have indeed bottomed within the larger wave 4 and we may already be heading into the 5th wave to the upside, where we expect to form an ABC structure to new all-time highs. And with that said, there isn't much else to be added. These are the levels that I'm focusing on for support between the 102K all the way down to the 73.6K. We have the structural support area that we are focusing on at these levels. We also have some more additional structural support areas above that as well. So basically between the 78, 79K all the way down to the 74, 75K level that we have structural support. And then we are looking for resistance at these levels in the shorter time frame up to the 88.1K and on the larger time frame for the wave 4 at the 96.3K. So yeah, for now, these are the levels. This is the trade setup. I hope you enjoyed the video, and if you did, don't forget to subscribe and let me know what else you want me to cover, and I'll do my best to do that in the days and weeks ahead. And until then, I hope you have a nice day and I hope to see you in the next video. Bye bye.